by now he'll be able to define and explain the meaning of culture. He has taken you through types, scopes, forms of culture, as well as the characteristics and the elements of culture. I'm going to give you some tips about some important concepts, such as cultural relation, cultural shock, and all that, as well as that led to the emergence of two. For those who just hear me, my name is Dr. Ayode Jomolawal. I think the Department of Sociology. In Module 2, we'll be looking at ethnography of the peoples of Nigeria. Ethnography of the peoples of Nigeria. And we'll be looking at peoples of the savannah region, peoples of the forest region. Please, people, try to mute yourself.
Please, please mute everybody.
Everybody, please mute yourself.
We can't hear you.
Sir, please, you can mute them from your side.
Sir, mute everybody from your side, sir.
Please mute everybody from your side. Hola.
Are we together now? So, under this module, our learning objective is to guide students to understand the variations, the differences among the people of living in Nigeria, different ecological zones, and how these variations influence the social and cultural characteristics of the people. And at the end of the day, we expected that students should be able to understand the differences among the different zones, to the different ecological zones. In other words, we expected to know, who are the Yoruba people, who are the Igbo people, who are the Hausa Fulani people, who are the Ijaw people, and all that, to have a better understanding of it. Please, in case you have questions, just put the questions in the chat bar. I hope our time will permit us to answer the questions at towards the end. Because if I say we should be now raising up our hands, we are going to waste a lot of time. So just type your question and put it in the chat bar. Now, what is the meaning of ethnography? In a simple way, ethnography is the description of a group of people. The description of a group of people. In other words, we are trying to identify the features and the ways of life that distinguish a group of people from another people. For example, if you look at the Yoruba people, you want to see some things in them. Their mode of speaking, their dressing, their food items, their ways of life. How do this differ from those of Igbo people? How do this differ from those of Hausa Fulani people? So that is the meaning of ethnography, description of a group of people. Now, please don't be guilty of what we call ethnocentrism.
Praise,
Ethnocentrism. What is ethnocentrism? When you are trying to prove, when you are trying to say that your culture is better than other people's culture, that is what is called ethnocentrism. When you are trying to say,
mute your mic.
Please, who is that now?
Please now, a simple instruction. Mute your mic.
When you are trying to judge other people's culture in relation to your own culture, that is ethnocentrism. Ethnocentrism. Another one, I say, because you understand a little bit about your own culture, you're now saying Yoruba culture is better than Igbo culture, or Igbo culture is better than Yoruba culture. That is ethnocentrism. So we should try as much as possible to avoid that. Because in this course now, we are going to hear a lot of things that will surprise you about other groups, about the outside people, about the Yoruba people, what they do, and what we don't do in our culture. On the basis of that, we want to say, your own culture is better than their own culture. Please, we need to avoid that as much as possible. Now, let me say that in defining people's culture, in shaping people's culture, some issues are very, very important. Our vegetation, our climate, our environment have a strong role to play in shaping the cultural ways of people. In other words, you cannot separate vegetation and climate and environment from the culture of people, because these things influence the type of house, it will influence the houses, the types of food they will eat. It influences a lot of religious beliefs and all that. So vegetation, climate, and environment are the foundation, are the shaping factor of people's culture. For example, like I said, the type of vegetation will determine the culture of people in relation to their clothing, their shelter, their belief system, and so on and so forth. They also determine the levels of technology, economy, and even politics in different societies across the globe. So you will notice at the back of your mind that vegetation, climate, and environment are very, very important in people's life. Now let's start with the business of the day. People of the savannah region. People of the savannah.
Sir, please mute everybody. I can't hear anything. My network is bad and it's even still breaking.
So when we are talking of northern Nigeria, let me tell you what we are referring to. Like I said, for political classification, we use the term Hausa Fulani to cover the people in the north. We call them Hausa, we call them Fulani. These are the two biggest ethnic groups in the north. These are the two biggest ethnic groups in the north. Although we refer them as Hausa Fulani group, but there are differences and there are similarities between them. In other words, even the Hausa Fulani we are talking about, there are some areas of differences between Hausa and Fulani, and there are areas of similarities between them together. But like I said, for political classification, we call them people of the savannah. We call them Hausa Fulani group in the northern Nigeria. For example, now I'm sure if I ask you, if you see a Fulani person, can you identify him or her? Definitely, you able to identify him or her. And Hausa people, you identify her, then you able to identify him or her. But despite the similarities, there are also differences between them. In modern Nigeria, we are talking of combination of three geopolitical zones. There are three geopolitical zones in the north. We have the northwest, where we have states like Jigawa State, Kano State, Katsina State, Kebbi State, and so on and so forth. We have the northeast, where we have states like Gombe, Bauchi, Yobe, Adamawa, and so on. And we have the north central, where we have states like Niger, Benue, Plateau, Nasarawa, and so on and so forth. So these three zones put together make up the 19 stone zones in the 19 zones as Hausa and Fulani people in the north. Now, we cannot, let me give you this one in place. There is no way we can capture anything about the cultural practices of this group or another group just in this class. Even when we are not to exhaust their cultural practices. So what we are just going to do is to have some short, descriptions. What do they do? What do they wear? What happens is that of their economy, the marriage system, and all things are just we are going to know. As much as possible, try to read more about these people. When you read more on the internet, textbook, and all that, you have a better understanding with them. Then secondly, if you know the house planning or around you, interact with that person. Gradually, you understand better a bit about their cultural practices. And I'm sure in the next 4 years after your program, you are going for NYSC.
Hey.
Sir, please, I can't hear anything.
Yeah,
My
I'm going
network
to
is bad and the thing is breaking. Sir, mute everybody.
It's not on my part here. It's a natural problem in the country. That is what we are saying, that we are still far away from technology in Nigeria. You can see that I think, on 2 occasions now I've been locked out. It's just natural. I'm right inside UI as we speak. So I think if the network in your side is breaking, disconnect and reconnect again.
We are not blaming your network, sir. Sir, we just want you to mute everyone, sir.
Sir, mute everybody.
Mute everybody, sir. Please.
You can as well mute yourself.
I don't want to get distracted with all this. Now that the network is good, let's just continue. So I was saying that you have to read more, you have to interact more with them, so that you understand more about their cultural practices. Now, let's now the Savannah region. I want to
Just
the Savannah region.
mute everybody's mic so that
For class, it shouldn't just be the lecturer duty to mute you guys. Look at yourself now. Simple instruction.
Please mute everybody's mic. We won't understand you, sir. Mute everybody's mic. We are not understanding you.
Please, can you just keep quiet? Let's
If you guys can actually just keep quiet. Even
the person who is talking, don't just mute yourself. Everybody mute yourself. It will solve a problem. Some people are still talking underground. Let people mute themselves. It's a simple discipline. So we are saying we now want to describe the Savannah region. Usually when you say Savannah region, we are talking
Adebayo Samuel, mute yourself.
people, the region in the north is windy and dusty. If you go to the northern part of the country, you see a windy atmosphere. You will see a dusty atmosphere because the tropical air, continental air, brings dry and dusty winds from the north. Because north is that's the environment with this wind. Also during the dry season, Hamatan. If you are not used to it, you get it very difficult to adjust to their life. And the Hamatan is always very strong. Please, people, mute yourself now. Very simple thing.
Now you know they reject call.
Please
mute
let's
everybody.
enjoy this
Just
class
press
before
the
the
click on it,
lecturer
reject.
goes out.
Today class.
Please mute everybody, sir. Please mute everybody. Mute everybody. Please and please, sir.
Maybe actually don't know to mute the mic because this is duplicating our band.
Why?
For goodness sake, mute your mic